In this short video, I'll explain 4 innovative models underlying digital development. Digital development means that users are increasingly becoming digital producers, something I discussed in my earlier video on the ladder of digital roles. This could mean creating enduring digital content through microblogs or videos, or higher up the ladder, undertaking digital gig work such as transcription or web design. The power of the crowd highlights the way in which digital allows large numbers of people to work on a development process or problem. In my video on disaster management, I mentioned the example of Pack Report, an SMS platform which allows hundreds of people to provide ground level real-time reports on the status of flooding in their local area. Where the first 2 innovations look at the role and number of those involved, digital participation focuses on who is involved and sees digital development as enabling inclusion in development processes of those who were previously excluded. Here's an example of e-participatory budgeting platforms, which enable citizens from poor neighbourhoods to participate for the first time in decisions about public spending. In particular, digital development can be based around flat network structures that provide an alternative to hierarchical structures in which there's some central control point. Here are 2 illustrations. First, disintermediation. For example, e-government eliminating public servants as gatekeepers to public services and thus reducing the need for paying bribes. Second, peer-to-peer network structures that allow individual producers and consumers to interact with one another, such as via some e-commerce platforms. While these innovations can bring many benefits, there are also important challenges for digital development. These can be understood using an overview model founded on human agency, the combination of human motivation and capacity that drives the use of digital development systems. Those systems consist of layers of technology, data content, and enacted processes. These produce development results, but all within an overall social structure of organisations and institutions. From this, we can identify a number of digital development challenges. Firstly, motivational shortfalls. For example, digital development relies on sharing data, and some people may lack a good incentive to share if there is no payment. Also, some may not trust digital platforms due to worries about privacy and security, and so be demotivated to use them. Social divides means that some people may lack the skills and knowledge and confidence necessary to participate in digital development. Technological divides mean that some people may not be able to access digital technologies. For example, many millions in the global south still lack the electrical and internet infrastructure and devices necessary to engage with digital development. Content quality can be an issue because almost anyone can contribute data content on social media, meaning it may be difficult to trust the quality of that content, hence the spreading concerns about misinformation and deepfakes. The result is that we see a number of patterns with digital development at the moment. The first is reproduction, which means that digital development platforms and activities tend to reproduce rather than change social structures. So, for instance, work in Kenya showed that mainly elite groups are active on social media, so social media tends to reflect their interests and reinforce their elite power. The second pattern is amplification, which means that digital development activities tend to magnify rather than change existing human agency. So, for example, during the Arab Spring, ICTs were an enabler and amplifier of people's motivations, but they were not the cause or the driver of change. Only if these identified challenges are addressed can digital development avoid these patterns and be transformative. If you'd like to know more, then take a look at the ICT4D textbook. And thank you for watching.